I hope all is well. Uh, I was gonna rap a song, but I'm sure y'all don't care about my rap lyrics. I was gonna say, follow me, follow me, follow me, follow me, which I think is the brat. But please follow me as I drive to, I think I'm going to New Rochelle. I am headed to a fundraising gala. It's a sneaker ball, so I have on a gown, I have on a fur, and I have on Jordans. And can I tell you, I feel so awkward. I feel quite uncomfortable because you have on a gown, it's sequence, right? And so you get all the feeling of wearing something that's sequence, but then you're wearing sneakers with it. I'm sure people saw me walk out the house, they probably think I'm insane. Maybe they think that my shoes are in my car. But I love it and I don't at the same time. So I feel like I'm mismatched and look ridiculous. But I'm thankful that I get to wear sneakers, because even the best heel walker, even the person with the best strut, shoes has its limitations, right? And if you want to get down on the dance floor and have a good old time like I like to have, then with that being said, sneakers are the best thing. So I have a 37-minute drive and I'm headed to this fundraising gala. They are raising funds for education in New Rochelle, so I'm appreciative that I could be a part of it. I got the early bird ticket, which I want to say was like 130 or 150 or 180 or something. It was under $200. Then it went up to 210, so I'm glad that I grabbed it when I did. But the reason why I'm coming on here today, because what I find is that many of you are making dating more complicated than what it needs to be. And if you are new to my page, please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Allison Wellington. I am a certified dating and relationship coach. I primarily work with busy professional women to teach them how to attract and keep the partners that they deserve. I've been doing this work for over 5 years. I have hundreds of clients who are in healthy, committed relationships, engaged, married, buying houses, having babies, traveling the world, having the companionship and the support that they've always wanted. And the reason why I started doing this work is because I was in a relationship with a gentleman for 4 years where he either was unwilling or unable to commit on a level in which I desired. I wanted to have a shared savings account so we could be building towards something in the future. I wanted to buy a house. I wanted to get married. I wanted to have a baby. I wanted to do the thing that I thought adult people do in adult relationships. And unfortunately, again, he was either unwilling or unable. Maybe he had the foresight that I did not have, which I appreciate, because now that I'm living the life that I want to live, I'm glad, obviously, that it worked out the way that it worked out. I am happily married. I have 2 little girls. My little baby is turning 1 next week. We're throwing a big blowout. I am happy, I am healed, and I am doing the work to help you guys get there. With that being said, let's start talking about some of that work. So as I mentioned before, we're talking today on this drive, as you come with me, around you guys making dating so much more complicated than what it needs to be. And the reason why I think that you make it more complicated than what it needs to be is because if you are like me, a reflection of me, you are a busy professional woman. You have been strategic in your entire life. You've studied for the degrees and the certifications and the licensures and the promotions. You have worked your butt off. So you've always seen life as a strategy. You've always seen life as a grind. Many of us may come from an immigrant background or a humbling background where we are the first to. We are the first to go to college. We are the first to own a home. We are the first to have those higher education degrees. And so again, we associate success with grind. We associate success with strategy. And so you're applying that same logic and reasoning to your dating life, which there is some strategy. I teach it to my coaching clients literally every day, right? I create content for you guys and I give you strategy every day. So yes, there is some strategy around vetting. There is some strategy around discernment. There is some strategy around leaning into your feminine energy. There is some strategy about how to command the attention of a room. There is some strategy about how you level up your presentation. There's absolutely strategy on how to become the healthiest version of you, not only for your own benefit, but also so that you could demand the best of others. Do not get me wrong, but some strategy. However, everything is not a strategy. And so what I want to talk about and what I want to impart on you guys before we get off this live stream is to talk about softening your approach, meaning everything does not have to be calculated. I was on one of my group coaching sessions today with a group, and the language that's being used when you're speaking to gentlemen is so corporate-y. Y'all gotta stop it. You gotta stop it. You know, I can pencil him in, get you on my cal, do a quick chat. That's for LinkedIn. A quick chat, yes, literally you might have a quick chat, right? 15 minutes. That type of language is for LinkedIn. That type of language is for your supervisor and your subordinates. This is not the type of language that is sexy or that's appealing or that's attractive, right? Therefore, I need you guys to be mindful of how and when to switch off the corporate hat. I need you guys to be reported ahead. As a reported ahead. I need you guys to be mindful about how and when you need to switch off your corporate hat. You are not at work when you guys are going to your social events. You are not at work when you guys are going to the kickback or the game nights. You are not at work when you're going to the live podcast show, when you're going to the festival, when you're going to the showcase, when you're on a date and when you're on the phone. You are not at work. And so we have to be mindful of our presentation. Presentation matters, right? You wouldn't go to work 9 times out of 10 unless your job allowed for it, or you're a business owner, in sweatpants and sneakers. So then why are we going on a date talking about my cal invites? Why are you on a date talking about work that much, period? I'm gonna need y'all to stop reducing yourself to your degrees and your accolades. That is a part of who you are, and it's a part of what you do. Of our accomplishments, absolutely. I'm not saying that you're going to dim your light, but what we're not going to do is we're not going to lean in on that. So in my group today with my clients that's in my signature coaching program, The Partner You Deserve, one of the clients asked, you know, I am a lawyer. She's a lawyer. She says, I'm a lawyer. However, the things that I'm passionate about is actually artsy. She's passionate about music. She's passionate about, I guess, would that be the fine arts, like pottery and stuff like that? And she says, you know, when I have conversations with gentlemen, many times they're asking me about my work and my profession, and they're not asking me questions about the things that really matter to me, like my artwork, right? She plays the piano. She does all these things. And I said, many times when we introduce ourselves to people, literally we'll say, hi, my name is Alice and I'm a dating and relationship coach. Hi, my name is Monique and I'm a school principal. Hi, my name is Simone and I am a. Now, I'm confident that she doesn't say, hi, my name is blank and I'm an attorney. However, it many times goes to that very quickly. And so what I need you ladies to do is, that's not the introduction, right? And they can ask, what do you do for a living? And that's not anybody who's necessarily counting your pockets, right? It's a worthy conversation. It's what you do for 8 hours a day, 8, 16, 24, for 1/3 of your day, 5 days a week minimum is what you do. So it's important. But I would say something like, yeah, my name is Alice and I'm a dating coach. Something I'm really, but look how dismissive I am. But something I'm really passionate about is hip hop. I love 90s hip hop, early 2000s. I feel like I dropped the ball. I missed my calling by not being a rapper. Well, let me hear something, Al. Well, I mean, I haven't written anything since I was 19 years old, but I like to say that I'm really good at karaoke. So every time I'm out, blah, 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 blah. Does that make sense? Okay. So with that being said, it doesn't make sense for you to be leading with that. So I see some comments from some top fans. Instagram or YouTube lets you know you're a top fan by having this little crown, and it says your weave isn't a part of who you are. Oh, well, thank you so much for thinking that my hair is a weave. It's not today. This is the hair that God gave me and my blessed DNA gave me, but I'm not against a weave, and I'll rock one and it'll look good as hell. So thank you so much for the compliment. And your fake jacket is whack. Ooh, we can't afford it. It's okay though. And thank you for watching, and thank you for helping to elevate my live stream so that more people can see it, so that we can get more interaction, so I can get paid off of YouTube. So I appreciate that, so I can afford more coats than you can. Okay. So anyway, with that being said, I need you to change the way that you are having conversation when you are on dates. I need you to change the way that are introducing yourself. I need you to change the way that you present, because you should not be leading with your accolades. Your accolades are important and valuable, but you shouldn't be leading with that. Instead, you lead with who you truly are, what your interests are, because we could lose a job tomorrow. And we definitely don't want to date people who are dating us because of a title, right? Oh, thank you. Lola says you are stunning. Thank you. Appreciate that. With that being said, your interests. Hey, my name is, this is what I do for fun, this is what I find interesting, this is what I'm passionate about, this is something that I'm working on, this is something I'm growing on. Thank you, Lola. She said my nails are cute. That's what we're doing, right? We are not leading with what we do for a living, how much money we make, how much we make for a company. I love that. However, this ain't it for this particular purpose. LinkedIn, Indeed, job interviews, meetings with clients. That's where we lead with those things. Does that make sense? All right, beautiful people, I'm out of here. I am probably going to do this same live on Instagram-y. So I'm going to share the wealth. I'm going to share the beauty with Instagram. If this has been valuable to you, minus the people who are looking for some attention, but I'll give it though, because I know your mama probably didn't give you none when you was growing up, and that's why you mad. Minus all of that, if this has been valuable to you and you have not subscribed just yet, I would like for you to do so. If you are looking for advice, guidance, and support around your dating and relationship life, if you recognize you're not where you want to be in your dating and relationship life and you think that I can help, go ahead and subscribe, check out the videos, and give me some feedback. All right, folks, have a wonderful one.